with that, I think I'll pass it over to our the development team, you'll have 10 minutes or so, not too long, a little bit of time to present, and then we'll get into question and answers. And I'm happy to share my screen, unless you prefer to do that, Patrick.
No, your screen is fine.
Ooh. Sorry, can you say that again?
Yeah, your screen is fine.
Okay. Okay, the floor is yours.
So I own a 4-unit building at 6 Moreland Street in Roxbury, and this proposal is to subdivide the first 4 units into, which is currently just rented to 2 individuals as a 2-bedroom apartments, with the lower level, basement level, currently used as storage. And there is an old bathroom down there in poor condition. So this proposal is to create a 1-bedroom apartment, legal units meeting all the ISD building code requirements, as well as any fire requirements being sprinklered as well. So if the image on the right is just of the front of the property. So each apartment occupies 1 floor of the property, and you can see the lower level, the kind of stucco finish is the lower level currently. The exterior in this proposal would not change at all, other than replacing the windows to the lower level and just some to the front, front door. Lighting, etc., more cosmetic in nature. So if you could maybe just skip to the next slide.
This one here or the next one?
Just the second one.
Okay.
Still showing up as the first slide.
Oh, sorry. So maybe this one? Is it not advancing?
No, at least from what I can see, it's not.
Okay. Let's see what I can do. You don't see property overview. Okay. I don't know what's going on.
Nope, here it is.
Okay. All right. We'll just stick with this view, I guess.
To my knowledge, I wasn't the owner of the property then, but the property was, from my research, vacant for a period of time in the 70s and into the 80s. Looked like a gut renovation sometime in bedroom, 1-bathroom apartments. Going through that there. In this proposal would be having 4 2-bed, 1-bath apartments, and then the new unit, a 1-bed, 1-bath. Currently, all 4 of the units at 6 Moreland Street are occupied. 2 are market rate tenants. And then 2 are through Boston Housing Authority. We've had 2 residents in the building for, I believe, north of 10 years now. So there's from my experience, seems to be the tenants seem to be, happy living there. So if you can maybe skip to the next slide.
Okay, did that go? Project overview?
So the proposal calls for a full renovation of the lower level. The bathroom, which is there now, would be got renovated. There'll be an addition of a new kitchen, new flooring, electrical work, paint, new windows, sprinklers, as I previously mentioned. So the ceiling, there wouldn't have to be any digging down. The ceiling height is pretty good down there, as it was used as habitable space up until about 3 years ago. Unfortunately, the previous tenants that occupied the first floor and basement, one of them passed away about 3 years ago. So in the first floor and lower level, there was a door put in place blocking off the two. So the first floor stands by itself as one floor. And I had some personal needs for storage for the lower level at the time. So I've used that for the past 3 years as just personal storage. And then I have the bathroom down there, which again is in poor condition, but is still functional for, either myself going over to check the property, or if I have, contractors over doing maintenance, etc. There'll be two means of egress for the lower level. One through the main staircase of the building, and the second through the rear of the building. Currently, there's a old bulkhead which leads out to the back patio. Proposal would call for a full-size door and all new stairs heading out. It's probably maybe 4 or 5 stairs heading out into the back patio. From the exterior, there shouldn't be any changes on the front, other than what I just mentioned previously, of the windows being replaced as they are older, and then some cosmetic improvements, just the front entrance of the building. The rear of the property,
we lose you.
Patrick, can you hear
door.
us?
Sorry.
Oh, sorry.
You got frozen.
Oh, how long ago was that?
You said the rear of the property and then it cut out.
Okay, sorry. The rear of the property would have replacing the bulkhead, which is there now, with a regular sized door. They'll have a window. The laundry room is down there, which is used by all residents of the building. So my thought was having a regular sized door. Not only would be easier to get in and out, in the case of a emergency, but also getting some light. It is, on the dark side, that laundry area. So getting some natural light into that space, which should benefit all residents of the building that use the laundry. And as part of this proposal, I would like to do some cosmetic work, in the hallways, the front entrances, nothing crazy, just paint, changing out light fixtures, replacing carpets, some new signage, lights in the front entrance to just overall improve the appeal of the property for all residents. And then I have the next few slides are going to be just some photos of the front, back, and then some of the proposed floor plans, etc. So those are the front windows. There's the back. You can see to the left is the bulkhead. That would be 4 or 5 stairs down to a full-size door. That white door on the right leads into Unit 1 currently. And then there's the plot plan of the building, and the area in the back is that back patio you saw on the previous image. So as you can see, it's a fairly narrow brownstone. Here's the proposed drawing of the lower level. It is roughly about 500 square feet in total. The bathroom would stay in the same location it is now. Kitchen, living room, and some closet space in the front part of the building, and the 1 bedroom with a closet towards the rear of the property. So, and you can see the laundry machines and the hot water tanks, which are outside the units, those are currently, in place for all residents of the building. So
Oh,
this shows the property just from a different angle, and that next image is the I know is the sprinkler proposed sprinkler plan.
Whoop.
Okay. So 6 Moreland Street, we are on a monthly service contract for exterminator, rodent control. They come by on a monthly basis to the exterior of the property, as well as any issues inside the building. Fortunately, haven't had since they started a couple of years ago. Have had very few inside the building. I've owned this property for a little over 5 years now. It is my plan to hopefully own this for multiple decades to come. I'm not looking to do these improvements to sell the building or turn it into condos. I would, as I said, hopefully have this, property for many years to come. And I believe that this proposal would help, in a small way, help with the housing crisis we have in the city of Boston, specifically in the area of Roxbury, and provide, I know it's just one unit, but one appealing rental option. It is a 1-bedroom unit. It is in the basement, so probably would be priced more on the lower end of the average range. I thought of 14 to 1,500 was, if approved, was probably the number I had in my head for an asking rent. So, and then I have my contact information on if anyone has any questions or wanted to reach out directly to me after this meeting.
Thank you, Patrick. So yeah, let's open it up for questions, comments. Anyone want to kick us off? And maybe just if you want to say your name and introduce yourself. I know maybe everyone knows each other, but maybe not. So
I'm Carol Doughton. I live on Hartford Street, Harrison Hill area. I guess this is my first time attending your meeting about this. So I guess I just need slight clarification. So I'm just going to recap what I think I'm hearing.
Yep.
6 Moreland Street in Roxbury, the brownstone building, the basement is what's going to be renovated, the basement and the first floor, to create 2 separate individual apartments?
It would, yes, but it's just the basement. The first floor is currently a 2-bedroom, 1-bath. It is tenanted for the next year or so. So this proposal just really covers the basement level, as well as a small part is the cosmetic common area items.
So you're just going to bring it up to date, basically?
Correct. Yep. The building is zoned 4 to 8 units. So this would just take it from 4 units to 5.
Okay, and you're the owner.
I'm the owner. I purchased the property July of 2017, so I've had it a little over 5 years.
Oh, okay. What's your name?
Patrick.
Okay,
My
Patrick.
last name's Molan.
Okay. All right. Does the Roxbury people know about this here?
Yeah, we did a Butters meeting in the middle of August. We also did another community, I think it was the Roxbury Path Forward. We did both those meetings in early to mid-August, and then reached out to this organization around the same time. This was the first available date, it's kind of the 2-month lag. But we did. Yep.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Yep, we did, reaching out to everyone. Keisha from this city mayor's office gave us a list. We went around the whole area, gave flyers out, and then we held a Butters meeting the next week afterwards. This was middle of August.
Oh, okay. I only asked because I don't see any of the players, from the neighborhood association in the Roxbury area. So I was just curious.
Yeah, I'm not sure exactly. Maybe it's, such a small project that it didn't attract attention.
I think that they would be okay with it.
Yeah.
I just didn't see them, that's all.
Yeah.
All
So
right.
let's, I was just gonna suggest, I think also after the presentation, would love to talk more about that, Carol, and I hope you stay on for like the business afterwards. I want to go to Jose because he had his hand up, and then to Chris O'Keefe.
Jose Barros, resident, former DSNI staff. My concern was same thing. I didn't see anyone. So my question was if any reach out was done. I didn't see anyone from the area on Moreland Street. That's the main concern. The
Yeah.
rest I think is fine.
Yeah, we sent a
But
flyer.
you already spoke.
Yeah, I think it was, I want to say it was somewhere, I think between 1 and 200
Thank you.
names. And I have that all documented that I could send over to anyone that would like further documentation that the proper work was done. But again, this was back about 2 months ago, middle of August. We had the abutters meeting, and that was held by Keisha with the mayor's office for Roxbury.
Mine was for this meeting.
Sorry?
My concern was for this meeting. If
Yeah.
anyone, if they knew about this meeting.
I didn't know that there was I guess I'll defer to the moderators here of the
Yeah, that's our responsibility.
Right.
So yeah, Jose, right, we do what we can, right? So these are the folks who showed up, but I think let's talk about that after the meeting. Just to follow up on this theme, and then I'll pass it to you, Chris. Were there any outstanding concerns that came up in those abutters meetings? Or the other meetings and the other engagement you've had?
The abutters, there was only one attendee. There was not much dialogue in the abutters meeting. The Roxbury Path Forward, the only concern, during that meeting was the parking. 6 Moreland Street does not have parking. To my knowledge, I don't see where you could, fit it just being attached. Brownstone, we discussed that with the Roxbury Path Forward group, but that was, I think, the only concern I can think of from that meeting. And the abutters, I was a little disappointed. There was not, I'd like to engage more with my neighbors, but there was only one attendee for that meeting. I believe that was recorded as well.
Okay, thank you. All right, Chris.
Yeah, hi, Chris O'Keefe from the Mayor's Office of Housing. I think you've covered my question as well. It sounds like you're kicking off this process and doing this outreach as part of your ISD process. And that was going to be my question. I just wanted to make sure that you are obviously working closely with ISD and to make sure.
Yeah, no, I have. I also, I've been working with a zoning attorney to help me. This is my first time going through this process. So I can't say I have, a decade plus of going through the process of this, but I've been leaning on my zoning attorney. He was able to attend the first two meetings back in August. He has a personal thing he's going to attend to tonight. That's why he's not joining with us, but he could probably assist if any follow-up questions that may come up after the meeting.
I have a question. It sounds like you have 2 tenants through Boston, through BHA, and another, is that correct?
Correct. Yep.
And then do you have an intention? It sounds, and the intention is that those current tenants will all stay and you'd be creating a new unit.
They've been, they've been in the building for north of a decade. Since I bought the property, like I said, a little over 5 years ago. They've been excellent tenants. I hope they stay in the building for a very, very long period of time.
And with the new unit, do you have intentions to also open that up to Section 8 or other programs or market that in a different way?
Yeah, no, I would be, I've been this is my, again, first process, with Section 8, with Boston Housing Authority, and I've been, very happy, with working with everyone the past, the past 5+ years. So I would be more than open to, working with Boston Housing Authority or Section 8, to potentially have a third resident tenant unit in the building.
Thank you. Other questions or comments for Patrick?
Yeah. I mean, I have also in the past, and they're not with us anymore, but I have rented to tenants of a few other programs. I feel it was the Justice Resource Group, I want to say, was a couple of years ago. They were with us for 2 years or so. So, very open of who potentially would rent that unit, if it is approved and, complete.
Okay, anything else for the developer, or folks satisfied with, do you have the information you would like to have at this point?
No.
Okay, and I take it you're looking for a letter of recommendation from this body. That's your next step.
Yes, that would be my
Okay.
goal. So, and again, my full contact information, email, cell phone is on the last slide of the PowerPoint. If anyone has any other questions.
Oh, you've cut out again, your volume. Patrick, you are not audible at the moment. It sounds like if we have more questions to reach out. Are you there?
Hi, believe it cut out again?
Yeah, we can hear you. Go ahead, please.
Okay. No, I said, my contact information is on the last side of the PowerPoint. If anyone has any other questions or wants to discuss the project or anything related to 6 Moreland Street more in depth, more than happy to, have a phone call or email discussion, tomorrow, next week, or, anytime in the future.
Great. And we'll share out the presentation as well. Thank you for your time and for coming to speak with us.
Excellent. I appreciate it. Have a great evening.
You too.
Night.
Bye.